From what I've learned in the UFC, if you lose twice in a row, your career might as well be over.
Yep.
So, we can't have that double L. You gotta get that W. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out this Masked Star Damask Glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? From the little tent in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Thanks for the photo. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it.
Yeah, I did. But it doesn't look like things are gonna get any less ugly for you.
Because I did it, I'm the criminal. Me, me, me.
He's at it again.
I sent the calling card to Lordy Taylor. I made it.
But you don't have the sacred urn, right?
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean I didn't commit the crime.
Normally, when I say, of course you did, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes.
Anyway, I admit I'm guilty. So make sure to give me a guilty verdict, please.
No. I can't take two L's, Ron. Fuck you. We're winning this. We're getting this W today.
What are you gonna be doing?
My classic lawyer mind tricks. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie.
Oh, Desiree, honey, bonjour. Oh, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this.
Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear, I'll protect you.
You see, actually, the thief is me.
Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll ever be so cross with you. With this gun.
Motorcycle. She'll run him over.
So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you excuse me, I got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Masked Star Damask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Deloitte, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I have to trust Desiree. Here we go, baby. Feels like it's been a while since I've been in one of these.
Been a while, yeah. There was a lot of investigating.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. There's our main man of the hour.
In the music video, they didn't even need to change him. He just looked cool already.
What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you should expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Godot.
Oh, good music.
Legendary prosecutor. I never lost a case. Yeah, well, we almost did. We're almost undefeated.
Almost doesn't matter.
Huh? He's the one that Detective Abney was talking about. I like that his music is like some jazz.
It's good
Smooth jazz. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of case have you dealt with so far? Huh. None. What did you say? I never prosecuted a case before. No, never? But you said you never lost before. 0-0 was never losing, baby.
Phoenix slaps his forehead, of course.
Exactly. I've never lost. I never won before either. I was really using that 0-0 logic. You're quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begins their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In the court of law? Huh. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's the real deal,
deep. Calm down, Judge.
Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Now, Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. Well, what is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Shit, I should have brought Maya here.
Maya, run.
Maya, you're a weak link. Get out of here. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master the Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling cards before he even commits the crime. This was the 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card onto Lordy Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master the Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So then the actual identity of this Master the Mask is... Mr. Godot. What are you? Someone just slid him coffee. I love it. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter, even more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm starting to think I should put on like a phone sex voice for him whenever he talks. Just because of the music.
The music and the way he's talking.
Yeah.
Try it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well.
His mannerisms, too.
It's only coffee, after all. What? You can't blame him slightly started the trial? How about my energy drinks? I bring those, and you guys never let me drink those. Proceed your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
What about my cocaine?
Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master the Mask who stole the urn. The Master T, the first star's crime spree 6 months ago. Let's start pressing. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Nope, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butter fingers.
Leave it for now.
But,
See what others.
okay. The real authority on the thief is the other detective. I don't need to ask this one any more question.
Wait, is that the only thing? No.
Nah, he's so confident that he sends his calling cards before he commits the crimes. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought me their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Abney stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to police. Was the calling card that Lordy Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature. But we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but he's talking about Master Mass's emblem. This was his 5th heist and usually sent a card onto Lord Taylor. His 5th heist and your 5th screw up, huh? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last one wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the quorum to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Wow, looks like he really got in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of specially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and then the portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging around the underworld. That's why we show his Master Star the Master. It fits his MO to a T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card, we're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seems to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. Those are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that Master Damask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Damask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way to whether Ron Delight is Master Damask. But also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Master Damask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show that it wasn't Master Damask that did it. So, do we have anything to contradict right off the bat?
I mean, Gumshoe hasn't seen this. Well, I guess he has seen the card now, but it was until after the crime. Huh. Very mysterious.
We do have one thing we could push Gumshoe onto, if you remember.
The very first thing?
Yeah.
Try it. Might as well.
So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You go ahead, pal. Except for me for that thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who is this person? Zavari? He sounds German. His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. His natural name's silly enough. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyways, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. Okay, that did not help at all. Master started scratching 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sent his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist. He sent a card onto Lordy Taylor. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. So I was sure it was Master Mass. It fits his MO to a T. I think this is the quote we're supposed to contradict, but
what do we have?
Yeah, do we have anything though?
The urn has 0 monetary value.
Oh. No monetary value, huh?
So can we put, yeah, that?
Right here? Yeah, his parents always go with the most precious. But no monetary value, eh? Objection! Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not why he did it for this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. Well, what do you mean? And Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing about a great 1 AM urn? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke of said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Artemis would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the works of Master Damask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Damask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? That's some good coffee. Oh,
you said even worse thing.
This coffee here is my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trike? Well, what? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Damask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Damask's methods. A fake. A fake Master Damask? Fake Master Damask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite.
I think his theme's my favorite so far.
Fucking smooth jazz in the middle court. Yes, it is really good. I like when someone off screen slides them a coffee.
All the time.
Yep. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordy Taylor that night was actually a fake. No, I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior. His point's valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lord Taylor that night was in fact fake Star the Mask. Okay, fake.
It'll
The
be
calling card?
Calling card check.
We will have to compare.
Take good care of that the speckled urn, won't ya? Yours truly's Master Mask.
The card could be the proof. Because I'm assuming if we present the card, they'll compare it to their other cards, you know, and be like, wait a minute, it doesn't match, etc.
I'm thinking so too.
Otherwise, we have this photo.
No, is that him when he's no? Yeah, that should be him when he's leaving, right?
Yeah, because it's
him taking the
at,
thing, and the statue's gone too.
Yeah. So this was him coming out of it at 1 a.m.
Almost 1 a.m.
Yeah. So let's remember what he looks like, right? And I'm gonna compare it to a normal picture of Master of the Mask, and we're gonna see if this actually matches.
All right.
Wait a minute. I see something contradicting immediately. Look at that chest piece he has, right?
Yeah, the big face.
Yeah, the big face.
And then our shoulders different too. No, yeah, he doesn't have his big emblem.
I didn't notice that part.
I guess the photo itself would be it.
Yeah. This one? Oops, not this one.
Yep, I know what you're going for.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's try it. Take that!
Oh!
The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you notice something peculiar about it. Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us what's so particular about this picture. Well, I was going off the chest piece because that's the most obvious thing that's not there.
Yeah. So, ba-bam.
It's right here, of course. You mean, Master the Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera's photo is the brooch on Mr. Damascus' chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retrieve at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the Master of the Mask in the security camera photo... Ah, he has no brooch. The brooch is the same as the emblem on the Mask's calling card and serves as signal. But the thief that broke into Lordy Taylor's wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master of the Mask is a fake! I've been fooled again! Order! It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Good coffee. Hey now.
What's going on?
If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh. The brooch you're talking about? You mean this? Ah! But that's Master of the Mask's brooch. What? Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Ami face statue. Well, why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Girl, this guy's one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. He appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left in the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Oh, Phoenix, we have a problem. Looks like it was torn off some clothing, eh? Huh, you mess with Godot. And you get burned. Girl, he's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're doing me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, kick this loser out and bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. Well, what's clear? Savardi! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Oh, well, yeah, that's right. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Look at Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boys two make a perfect pair. They either be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I've heard that the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Well, this guy all by himself anyways. There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. Let us see. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master of the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So, you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master of the Mask, my archenemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tells me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Alrighty, let's do this. Approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the day changed. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security detail that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So, then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe said that they never spotted the thief at the crime scene before. Precisely, that's precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeoning head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis dancingly descended upon me, huh? Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how's it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadows while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft soiled shoes. I hereby dub you a stud. So again, turn the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I have my third monocle, the security camera at the ready. It captures his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I can land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Huh. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Yes. Yes, we have. Multiple times, in fact. Huh? Well, actually, yeah. By a fire extinguisher. Remember that? Good times. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see? You have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory is because I have more brains to begin with. You may have brains, but the wire to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. Usual, I have no idea what this guy's saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Amy. But how could he not notice when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Alright, there's nothing we can push forward for. Let's read everything from the beginning again. 1 o'clock after the day changed.
Just have it, yeah.
That's when my nemesis descended upon me, okay. Just as I began turning, the coward struck a...
Doesn't the photo show that it was before 1 o'clock?
He said approximately.
It was approximately.
So, not
and then
too
he got
strong
knocked
of a
out and then
contradiction.
left before 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so like around
Like
1.
the second one. That's when they did that, and then they fought.
No, according to his statement, they didn't fight. I think Phoenix is saying that they look like they fought, but he's saying that he didn't fight.
Just got knocked out.
Yeah. Struck a fierce blow. Before I can land a single strike, when I awoke, he was gone. Yeah, so I think we're trying to prove that there indeed was a fight.
Because of the brooch. So,
brooch.
Maybe present the brooch. Because it was torn off.
Ah, yeah.
Before I could land a single strike. How did the brooch get ripped off then?
Yeah. Mr. Amy, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha, this belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master the Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master the Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah. We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have followed the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Well, wait just a moment, sir, old timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursery home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time. Isn't that right? You talk too much. Shut up. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me. Completely agree. Okay. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master the Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory had become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes on in which case. That can't be good. Let's see here. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. But why? So why did you look away from the door anyways? In addition to the camera, I have prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on that computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? What do you think? The sensors, the computers.
The sensor only went off once. Should have went off twice. Unless he did escape through another means.
I'm also curious about the computer too, like what does it say?
I mean, my crackpot theory right now is he just dressed up as Damask from something inside and left with it.
Yeah.
Maybe about the sensor.
What kind of sensors were you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could have entered and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. It's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordy Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monetary hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well.
This all could also just be an inside job by Lordy Taylor just to hype up the art expeditions.
True. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? Look, I'm so easy discombobulated. Fortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, look at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shishisho Chito. So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. This first blow struck too. That's all she wrote. Okay. It's matching up with his testimony, so there's no contradiction there. I kinda wanna go back and ask about the computer. Computer. So, did that computer belong to Lori T. Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me. Look at me. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? He could have manipulated the computer data, which might come in handy later, but I don't think it's... Fine, we'll start pushing everything. What does that mean? Discombobulated. Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Nah, I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez, bad and old people forget that what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. They grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me useless. True general fought his own fists, but they were not enough. You have that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge at the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Damask. This guy's a real piece of work. First blow, and that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You could say he was powericious. But powericious? I assumed that they at me fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That of course was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this weird flash of light that you never even mentioned before? So what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light. That seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Amife, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's only one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This look at me guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Alright. We pressed for everything. We have to contradict him.
Yeah.
Found a statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. That does not help right now. Security office. Leaves a record when used. Okay. 1 a.m. Okay. Looked away for a brief moment. I'm so inspired. You grab the weapon aside and render me senseless. A true gentleman fist fight. Oh, not enough. First blow struck two, and that's all she wrote. I don't know. I don't know where to contradict him.
And we already used the brooch to that.
We used the brooch earlier. I mean, we could use it again, but I don't see a statement that we can use the brooch for.
Because it didn't explain how that got there.
Grab that weapon from the side.
But the statue's not there anymore.
Yes, that is true. You think that's what we should... That's where our logic should be? According to this picture, the statue wasn't on the side. It was pushed back already at this point. So how could you grab the sword? Right?
Right.
Yeah, might as well try that.
No.
Worth a try, though. I think that was worth a try. Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Try pressing the last one again, or the fifth one. That one.
He said that there was a flash of light.
Is there a way to... Was there a different thing or more of a press?
It was
I guess
here.
His fighting style?
We haven't asked what his fighting style. I just didn't think it mattered. But I guess we could ask.
Yeah.
What is this at me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way, no one can get behind you. It's a little... Okay. That's it? That's the at me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Back to the wall, huh? Wait a minute.
It'll probably... Yeah.
Wait a minute. If his back was to the wall, then he couldn't have confronted him like this, then, right? His back to the wall. I feel like that's very important to know.
Yeah, but it's important. Let's slam it and then we can figure out.
Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone, late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out.
Oh yeah, because he's still worried about...
What, just because we told you last case that we were gonna hire an assassin to kill you? Come on, it was just jokes, my guy, come on. It was just a prank, bro. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Going back to the wall to
fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. So would it be the sword? Or whatever that thing's called? The mask knocked out
To
below
the
the back of the
back
head.
of the head, huh?
That's impossible unless it came out of the wall. Unless unless he was a big dum-dum and jumped into the statue.
That'd be funny. But it's a story either way, right?
Yeah, because back of the head.
Detective Amy, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. The car must have wormed its way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you can forget where you were hit on the head.
Yeah, where it hurts.
It seems I made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. Well, what do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hit the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong.
Whoa, deep voice.
Nice. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes.
This guy's been playing Nier Automata.
I thought Phoenix was gonna be like, shut up.
Shut up.
Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Ooh, angry coffee slam. Really? What's it like then? Always chase a road down to the end. That's one of my rules. Man, some good coffee. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that...
Yeah, blame him.
Which one?
Oh, the bottom one.
He's Master the Mask?
That's what I'm... Go with my theory. Take that damage.
Yeah, it's just... How did he knock himself out? You know? But...
He didn't knock himself out. He's lying.
The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Master the Mask. Yeah. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure? That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh please, that explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme, quote-unquote. The truth is that you are, in fact, Master the Mask. Yeah, but Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Master the Mask. This security camera belongs to Lordy Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief? Is this true, witness? Damascus MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, sir lawyer. Well, what? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail on this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assume that these are the... Wow. Goda Blend 102, my personal favorite. Well, Mr. Godot, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem.
He's not even holding a coffee cup, but he's doing the hand grab.
There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. And then he snaps his fingers sexually. And a coffee comes out off screen. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright makes some very strong points. And I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face.
Third-degree burns. That's why he has no eyelids.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see the decisive proof you have, quickly.
I don't think we have anything.
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, what's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Admin looks pretty riled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Adme is in fact Master of the Mask. Do we have it?
I don't think so.
The only thing I can think of is the calling card, but it's a really far stretch. It's not a very confident link.
Yeah, it's...
I don't think we got it.
No.
Super decisive evidence? Yeah, I don't think we got that.
Nothing decisive to make him that.
It's yet to be found. Shit. Proof? Of course I got nothing. Huh. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay in the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. Oh, but are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems that the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, What? Who? Who are you? It doesn't really matter right now, does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy! The thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well...
Covered in paint.
And it's spelled incorrectly. What the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
The sacred urn, Nick. It's the urn. No, it's not, Maya. Don't you know how to spell?
Me?
Don't you know how to spell 1 a.m.? Order, you, madame. That urn. Where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, that's you.
Oh, wait. Oh, Desiree, you're the best.
Sacred urn, updating the court record. Pink splotches all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Adme? Even you are gonna have a hard time weaseling out this one. Huh. Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Amy was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Amy, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? Huh. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could go only compound the tragedy we have to witness to. You're wrong. I'll never do such a thing. Mr. Light. Please, Nicky boy, you gotta help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've gotta prove that urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency.
Fingerprints are the most solid proof.
Would it really be the most solid proofs? Me, sure, maybe. Yeah. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints,
he's wearing gloves.
Indeed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know if it's the best answer. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place.
Why are you touching the urn?
In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would be nothing anyways. Now, Nick, what are you gonna do now? Come too far, turn back now. Atme must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn.
Oh, they stole this from Columbo.
What?
They stole this whole thing from Columbo, because this is how Columbo solves the case.
Okay, well, whose fingerprint should be on it? Didn't one of us stick our hand in the bag?
Phoenix did.
Oh, I told you, Shane. My early game theory. If we have a picture,
it's working out in his favor.
I know, but I'm saying,
I know.
Remember my early game theory? The reason we have a portrait is because we're gonna use it, baby.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant because your weird crack theory that Phoenix was Master Mask.
No.
Master Mask.
I was saying, really early on when we had his portrait, I was like, I bet we're gonna use it one day. That's why we have one. And look who was right. So what's all this fuss about fingerprints anyways?
But yeah, this was how Columbo solved the case. He touched something that was in a case, and then the guy was like, I had gloves on. Can you prove it? And it's like, well, my fingers should be on the thing.
Oh. Mr. Adney, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on. Open it up. Put your hand in it. Mark it real good. Well, you can't open his private property. Don't be such a loser. I like snooping around. I want to steal what he's got. Hang on a sec. I'm taking it on out. Whatever it feels. Kinda hard. Let's move. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time. But I did touch what was inside. Well, what? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. Well, what did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of this exposition, said.
That's the crux of the episode too. It's like, you just touched it. Of course your fingerprints, and then he was wearing gloves, and then the episode ended.
I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I can make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was... yesterday, at the Abney Detective Agency. This blend, good old blend 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Ooh, I like how his visor's... Yeah, I like how the smoke coming out of it. Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a minute, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. Well, what are you saying?
Yes, detective strikes again.
I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a ride that would have my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy's a nutty there fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Master the Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Easy case. Easy W.
Easy.
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Adamy's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close of besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. I think you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh.
You're wrong. I tell you. You're wrong. I mean... not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really going to say.
I don't know. Stop. This can't be happening. Our record, you kid. You're about to fucking ruin it.
The thief. The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please.
I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but... the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judgment.
What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
Another case solved. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee sexually. Huh. Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir.
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have an idea what you mean.
If you are Master the Mask, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to.
He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% 100% committed to his fantasy.
Let him cook.
Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. Words to live by.
I swear.
Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. Alright. I didn't think you would testify, but here we are.
The truth is, I've been masked guard to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked guard to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume at night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see me right here in this photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all.
Just when we have the case in the bag, you fucking come and ruin it, huh, kid? You just made our day harder. I don't like the direction this trial's taken. But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyways. Huh. You're doing great.
Stop it, Mr. Good. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only gonna get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master the Mask.
Thank you so much, Mr. Got I'll do my best.
Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for cross-examination. They already seem like they reached a good conclusion. Why are you ruining the party, Phoenix?
You can't just prosecute an innocent man because he wants to be the one that did the crime.
Yeah, but people should get to live their dreams, Shane. This is America. It's the land of freedom. You can be a criminal if you want.
Even if you didn't commit the crime.
Alright. From the top. You've been Master the Mask all along, huh? You may think you're the real Master the Mask, but your wife thinks you're fucking crazy.
I haven't told Bessie yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons.
With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about your identity? Even these have complicated family situations, I see. What should I do? Sounds like we're about to get sidetracked. Again. I think it's finally time we start pushing him on the question of how come your wife can't piece together that you're Master the Mask for all the stuff in your room.
Yeah.
So why are you holding the truth from your wife?
Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desiree absolutely detests, it's criminals.
If that's the case, then why'd you even start thieving to begin with?
Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I would, because I'm a Desi-aholic.
So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue your testimony, I beg of you. Can't prove I'm not actually Master the Mask, can you? I think this is the statement you have to get him in, but you gotta push first.
Yeah, show him his wallet or something.
I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Master the Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy.
Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway?
Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change. Come now, Nick. You know that Mr. Dyke couldn't have committed a crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. Need some kind of proof the rock couldn't possibly be Master Artemis. Well, I guess if we had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. Just try to show that Mr. Light couldn't have stolen the urn.
Anyway,
You have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. Oh, do you now?
Found in the security around 1 a.m.
Should we just go for it?
Let's just go for it.
Objection! Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet?
Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner.
This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I'm serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. So if the defendant was at the KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordy Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by the car, according to Larry anyways. And they're like, what do you mean? It's just the next box over. Larry's time perception is horrible. Well, Mr. Godot, you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee. Come now, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one that calls me thief, Mr. Good. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will.
He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school.
Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist.
Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security CEO office. Ow. I did the screen for you, Shane.
Oh, it cuts me out then.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on.
That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. Well, what? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go on KB Security in the middle of the night anyways? Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid fucking kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. Wait, is it this?
Did Larry see him?
No, it's this letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to come to KB Security at 1 a.m. Right?
That was for him, yeah.
Wasn't that the question?
Oh, yeah.
The evidence to show why he went to it? Yep. Right here! Take that. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
That's...
What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? Yes, basically says, bring $50,000. Yeah, that's basically what it says. That certainly sounds like blackmail, right? At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. Oh, no, 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 no. Order, order, order! So, when the death of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB security? It looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my good old blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But, did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you. Good point. Not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you would need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? There is someone else who can testify.
Oh no.
Oh no. There's the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. I don't want to press this button.
Jump scare.
Jump scare. Ooh, let's see what his picture is. Possibly try mystery since he knows me somehow. Curious. What? Who is this useless looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor. It's okay, no one does. Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyways, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is, this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. What? Wow, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does this show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Found them used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 a.m. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Masked Sergeant Mask in this photo. Huh. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Masked Sergeant Mask. Good job, you did, Nick. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
This feels like it was repeated.
Well, what's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Shut up, Ron. Shut up. Don't say none. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. we got that W, baby.
This is the worst day of my life.
Court is now adjourned. Well, Ron, not everybody can win. I never thought it would be possible for two people in the same team, but both of them not win. But I guess I've seen it today. Nick, you did it. You right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. I've got a bad feeling about this. Huh? Well, who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Did you just slap me? Ow, she slapped me.
Punch in the dick.
Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree's Delight. She's our client's wife. Ah, Mr. Nick. Yeah? Cheating on a married woman? You reached a new low. You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, you got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Ow, dick punch again. Ow, a double dick punch. Well, anyways, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back, and the thief has been caught. And so, right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Mr. Light, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case...
Second crackpot theory. She is Mask Delight.
Yeah, I'm thinking
she
she's
is Mask the Mask, and Lario was right all along.
Now why does this guy still look so glum?
But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now?
What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie.
I know that. I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. You just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blues, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. You should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime's over. Huh? Earlier this morning, the body of Cain Bullard was discovered. Cain Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, the body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. Does that sound
no wonder
familiar?
he thought he had to really be the thief.
This is all a cover up for murder. It comes back to murder in the end. Woo! 1 a.m. October 12th. You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out, or what? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage.
I'm so freaking pissed off.
Well, what are you saying? Imbued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief. It's going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kinda like an anti-alibi.
Damn.
No way! He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. Damn, we really ruined Ron's day. We told him he's not Masked Artemis and we're convicting him of murder.
Yep.
Worst day of your life, huh, Ron?
It sucks.
No, that's a lie. It can't be true.
Oh, but I am a...
Oh, didn't even catch that.
Caught a little bit of it.
Oh.
but I am a thief, I tell you.
So, game theory is the way that we have to get him out of murder. Do we have to prove that he is Masked Artemis after all? Is that what we're doing now?
Maybe.
He can't be the murderer because he actually was Masked Artemis.
So then it's just reverse breaking him.
It's the reverse of this case. Now instead of proving that he's a murderer, we have to prove that he's Masked Artemis.
So delusional, he wasn't even a thief or a murderer.
I am a thief, I tell you, okay? Broad daylight. You're going back to prison again. This time, the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder. Well, what? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely, you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? Like, I sense some sexual frustrations. I returned from the depths of hell.
Pearl, don't say that, you're 9.
She said many worser things. I returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you.
Huh?
At least, let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
He's gonna be a DH clone of Karma.
To go throw out a random twist at the end that there's cloning going on.
Yep, and it's either Edgeworth or Karma.
What if he's a combination of both?
Oh.
The perfect prosecutor.
And the coffee is to sustain.
This coffee sustains his batteries, that's right. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Roddy! Well, arrested for murder on the very same day he just declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's gonna happen next? Oh no. I thought this case was going too smoothly. Well.